Hi. Tonight, we're going to tell you guys the story of our truck. We're going to tell you how we got it, why we have it, and how we're using it to drive change in education. I'm Eugene. This is Jason, Kathy Yoon, Pratt, Diane, Aaron, and that over there is SparkTruck. Hi, SparkTruck. Together, we're helping students create tangible examples of their creative potential. For the past 9 months, we've spent a lot of time visiting elementary and middle schools and talking to students about how they learn. This was a lot of fun. But what we found was troubling on several fronts. Students are bored, teachers are frustrated, administrators are nervous, and parents are concerned. Pretty overwhelming. But before I tell you how SparkTruck is fixing at least some of these problems, I want to show you something. Of all the kids we met this year, one of our favorites was a girl named Alyssa, who goes to 6th grade at Spangler Elementary School in Milpitas. Alyssa's a pretty typical 6th grader. She thinks school is, okay, but she way prefers the finer things in life, like slumber parties and Twilight. One Wednesday afternoon, we commandeered Alyssa's science class to run a workshop in which all the students got to make and take home their own vibrating robot creatures. Kind of like these. It was a blast. And about a month later, we got this video from Alyssa that showed up in our inbox.
SparkTruck made me love inventing things, so I built snow prototypes. So you take a plastic bag, you open this up, you take the plastic bag and you put it in here, you pull it out, and then you put your trash in here. And then when you're done, you just take it out and throw it in nearby garbage.
So that made us smile. Here's a kid that connected a pager motor to a coin cell battery and said, I'm holding this. I made this. I can make other things too. That's pretty cool, right, Kat?
So cool. And what's even cooler is that Alyssa was only one of many, many kids we've been able to reach so far. As a PhD candidate in the School of Education, I'm SparkTruck's resident expert on measuring impact. So far, we've run workshops with over 300 kids in over a dozen schools in the Bay Area. We've combined traditional techniques like clay modeling and sketching with more cutting-edge technologies like laser cutters and 3D printers to get kids excited about technology and to get them making artifacts that they can really be proud of. All along the way, I got really interested in what was the impact that we were having on these students. So by comparing pre-assessment and post-assessment data, I found a significant positive impact in the way that students perceive themselves and their friends as makers, and in their preference for choosing making as a way to solve difficult problems. But all this data just goes to show that if you introduce kids to the behavior of making, they'll start to think of themselves as makers. Makers that can have a positive impact on the world.
And what better place to cultivate this making mindset than Maker Faire? So a couple weekends ago, we drove the SparkTruck up to San Mateo and gave 40,000 kids the chance to build things and get creative. We had a blast, and we think they kind of liked us too. So we've talked a lot tonight about this truck. So at this point, you're probably wondering, what does this truck look like and what's in it? So instead of telling you about it, I'd like to show you. So we're going to give it to our man in the van, Aaron. Aaron, can you tell these people what's in our truck?
A lot of machines.
Could we get a little bit more detail, Aaron?
Sure. So right over here, we have a wall of low-res prototyping machinery, hammers and tools and screws. When kids are ready to move on to a more high-res prototype, we have them design it on these iPads, where they can draw in 2D or on 3D. And from there, they can stream it over to our 3D printers and our laser cam, which it's to a much higher resolution than we've been talking about.
Thanks, Aaron. So as you can see, let's give him a round of applause. Thanks, Aaron. So as you can see, our truck's pretty much ready to go, which begs the question, where is it going? Well, first stop, Aspen. where we've been invited to speak at the Aspen Ideas Festival. And from Aspen, we're going to be heading off on a cross-country road trip where we're going to be bringing buildy, fun, making activities to kids all across the country. All along the way, we're going to be sharing resources and inspiration with parents and teachers, and we'll be documenting all of this on our blog at SparkTruck.org, so follow along if you got the chance. So right now we think of SparkTruck as a prototype for a better, bigger, more fuel-efficient way of bringing this sort of making back to kids. Because if we can help kids think of themselves as people that can make anything, we can help them think of themselves as people that can do anything. So let's get the show on the road.